Yo, what's up guys? It is Monster Jam Collector Racing here. I'm here with Sign Up Series number 424. And let's go racing. We're going to kick things off with Son of a Digger taking on Town Hauler Twisted Treads. And the first winner is going to Son of a Digger. Next up is Axe taking on Overkill Evolution. And it's going to be Axe. Next up is Yellow Toro Loco taking on Monster Mutt. It's going to be Yellow Toro Loco. Next up is El Superfasto Comic Book Crashers taking on Red Crustacean. It's going to be What a Race. But just barely, it's going to be Crustacean. Next up is Man of Steel taking on Gravedigger Stars and Stripes. It's going to be Close Race. Oh, but it's just barely Man of Steel. Next up is Bad Tude taking on Hot Wheels Racing number 1. It's going to be Batitude. Next up is Shark Reek taking on Bigfoot 2020. It's going to be Shark Reek. Next up is Bored to Be Wild taking on Mohawk Warrior. It's going to be Bored to Be Wild. Next up is Jester taking on the Lucas Oil Stabilizer. It's going to be Purple Jester. Next up is Will Trash It All taking on Carbonator XXL Lime. It's going to be Carbonator XXL Lime. Next up is 5 Alarm taking on Bone Shaker Evil Goblin. It's going to be Bone Shaker Evil Goblin. Next up is Pillage Idiot taking on Earthshaker. It's going to be What a Race. But just barely, it's going to be Pillage Idiot. Next up is Dragonoid Inverse taking on Excalibur. It's going to be Excalibur. Next up is Slinger taking on Steer Clear. It's going to be Slinger. Next up is Blue Megarex taking on the Purple Jurassic Attack. It's going to be Megarex. Next up is Medusa Chrome taking on Bustin' Loose. It's going to be Bustin' Loose. Next up is Alien Invasion taking on Soldier Fortune. It's going to be Alien Invasion. And the final race of round 1 is Gravedigger Boneyard taking on Dragon. It's going to be Dragon. Alright guys, here we are with round number 2. We're going to kick things off with Son of a Digger taking on Axe. It's going to be Axe. Nice save and a win. Next up is Yellow Toro Loco taking on Red Crustacean. It's going to be Yellow El Toro Loco. Next up is Bad Tude taking on Man of Steel. It's going to be Batitude. Next up is Bored to Be Wild taking on Shark Reek. It's going to be Bored to Be Wild. Next up is Jester taking on Carbonator XXL Lime. It's going to be Jester. Next up is Pillage Idiot taking on Bone Shaker Evil Goblin. It's going to be Bone Shaker Evil Goblin. One upset. Next up is Excalibur taking on Slinger. It's going to be Excalibur. Next up is Bustin' Loose taking on Megarex. It's going to be Megarex. And the final race of round 2 is Dragon taking on Alien Invasion. It's going to be Alien Invasion winning with a block. What an upset. Alright guys, before we head on to round 3, we need a fast loser because Alien Invasion needs an opponent to race. So here are the 2 trucks that I selected. We have Will Trash It All and Town Hauler Twisted Treads. It's going to be Will Trash It All. All right, guys, here we are with round number 3. We're going to kick things off with Axe and Yellow El Toro Loco. It's going to be Yellow El Toro Loco winning with a block. Next up is Batitude taking on Bored to Be Wild. It's going to be Batitude. Next up is Jester taking on Bone Shaker Evil Goblin. It's going to be... What a race. But it's going to be Jester. Next up is Excalibur taking on Megarex. It's going to be Excalibur. And the final race of round 3 is Alien Invasion taking on Will Trash It All. It's going to be Will Trash It All. Alright guys, here we are with round number 4, which is the quarterfinals, but we're going to need 3 fastest races to make it 8 to be even. So here they are. We're going to kick things off with Man of Steel and Bored to Be Wild. It's going to be Bored to Be Wild. Next up is Pillage Idiot taking on Alien Invasion. It's going to be Alien Invasion! And the final fastest race is going to feature Son of a Digger taking on Bigfoot 2020. It's going to be Bigfoot 2020. Now we are down to the quarterfinals of Sign-Up Series number 424. Let's go over your field of trucks. Inside of Yellow El Toro Loco, we have Caleb Boswick. Inside of Batitude, we have Susguy333. Inside of Jester, we have AG_videos2. Inside of Excalibur, we have Vivid Shinator. Inside of Will Trash It All, we have Monster Jam Dallas. Inside of Bored to Be Wild, we have One Bad Ghoul Rhymamite 2008. Inside of Alien Invasion, we have Curry Gaming. And inside of Bigfoot 2020, we have Monster Jam Collector 2010. So, let's kick the quarterfinals off with Yellow Toro Loco and Batitude. It's going to be Yellow El Toro Loco. Next up is Excalibur taking on Jester. It's going to be Excalibur. Next up is Will Trash It All taking on Bored to Be Wild. It's going to be Will Trash It All. And the final race of the quarterfinals is Alien Invasion taking on Bigfoot 2020. It's going to be Bigfoot 2020. Now we are down to the semifinals of Sign-Up Series number 424. Let's go over your field of trucks. Inside of Yellow Toro Loco, we have Caleb Boswick. Inside of Excalibur, we have Vivid Shinator. Inside of Will Trash It All, we have Monster Jam Dallas. And inside of Bigfoot 2020, we have Monster Jam Collector 2010. So let's kick the semis off with Yellow Toro Loco and Excalibur. It's going to be Yellow El Toro Loco. Who will meet Yellow El Toro Loco in the championship race? Will Trash It All or Bigfoot? It's going to be Will Trash It All. Alright guys, here's the championship race. Inside of Yellow El Toro Loco, we have Caleb Boswick, who is a one-time champion looking for a second. And inside of Will Trash It All, we have Monster Jam Dallas, who is a 22-time champion looking for his 23rd. The winner of Sign-Up Series number 424 is going to be none other than... Oh, what a race! But it's going to be Yellow El Toro Loco winning with a comeback. Caleb Boswick has done it in the Yellow El Toro Loco. So Caleb Boswick, congratulations on getting your win, man. Not only this is your second win on my channel, but you've won back-to-back on my channel in the same exact truck. Because I remember that Caleb Boswick drove in this truck in the previous sign-up series, which was the El Toro Locos edition, the second ever one. And he won in that event, and now he wins this event. So congratulations, Caleb. You take the win, man. This is your second win on my channel, and I believe this is Yellow Toro Locos' second win as well. So good job, man. Monster Jam Dallas. Dude, I'm going to be honest. World Trash It All is a very good truck to pick. It was so dangerously fast, and you were so close to getting that 23rd win, man. It's got to make it that one step further, and I know that you're going to get that win one day. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Great race, everybody. Congratulations to Caleb Boswick and Yellow Toro Loco for taking the win, and I'll see you guys in sign-up series 425. You could break my heart.